Dr. Anthony Fauci received a worried message from a Bill Gates advisor and offered his support to a Chinese health official toward the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, newly released emails show. Hundreds of pages of Fauci's emails have been revealed under the Freedom of Information Act. They show the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases (NIAID) dealing with a variety of queries and issues. BuzzFeed News obtained more than 200 pages of emails that have been made available online, while The Washington Post received more than 860 pages, some of which are also available to read. Here are 5 of the biggest takeaways from the emails. Fauci spoke to Microsoft founder Bill Gates on the phone on April 1, 2020, saying he was enthusiastic about moving forward on a collaborative and hopefully synergistic approach to COVID-19. After the call, a senior executive at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Emilio Emenai, who was in charge of coordination on a COVID vaccine, emailed Fauci worrying about his health. "I see you on TV almost every day, and although you continue to have considerable energy, I am seriously worried about you," Emenai said. "The nation and the world absolutely need your leadership." Fauci wrote back at 1:53 a.m. to say, "I will try to engage as much as I can given my current circumstances." On March 28, 2020, Fauci received an email from George Gao, director of the Chinese Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Gao had given an interview to Science magazine saying the US and other Western nations were making a big mistake by not telling people to wear masks. "I saw the Science interview, how could I say such a word, big mistake, about others? That was journalist wording. Hope you understand," Gao wrote to Fauci. "Let's work together to get the virus out of the earth," he said. Fauci replied, "I understand completely. No problem." He added, "We will get through this together." On January 31, 2020, Christian G. Anderson, director of the Scripps Research Institute, wrote to Fauci to say that some of the SARS-CoV-2's features potentially look engineered. Anderson noted that the unusual features of the virus made up a really small part of its genome. "We have a good team lined up to look very critically at this, so we should know much more at the end of the weekend," he wrote as part of a chain of emails. "I should mention that after discussions earlier today, Eddie, Bob, Mike, and myself all find the genome inconsistent with expectations from evolutionary theory," Anderson said. "But we have to look at this much more closely and there are still further analyses to be done, so those opinions could still change." Anderson and his team subsequently published an article in the peer-reviewed journal Nature Medicine where they wrote that they did not believe that any type of laboratory-based scenario is plausible.